in frigid temperatures here in Iowa. They have been camping out since Saturday to get the best seats they can get for this big-time Big 12 matchup here at Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa. Underway here in Ames, and the first possession goes to the Cyclones. Good ball pressure early by Kansas.
Kansas starting off in man-to-man. It's a team that likes to switch and can switch 1 through 3.
Jones slithers inside and gives Iowa State the early lead.
It is nice when you can bring off the bench into the starting lineup for an injured starter, the second leading scorer in the Big 12.
The starting five for Kansas, and a change a couple of weeks ago. Shaquille Moore, wearing number 0, transfer from Mississippi State, has moved into the starting lineup, and he has really helped this team, Jay, get to another level defensively.
He is an excellent defender. He was on the Naismith Defensive Player of the Year watch list when he was at Mississippi State. He can switch, he's got long arms, and he is tough as nails on the defensive end.
And a look at the Iowa State starting five with Jones in the lineup. Is this trio right up there among the best perimeter groups in America?
I think you make a great argument.
Starting lineup. Tamin Lipsey, a wide open three, around and out, and the rebound down to KJ Adams.
It will be important for the Jayhawks in this game to take care of the ball. They cannot turn it over.
Boy, TJ Otzelberger cannot like that if you're going to leave anybody of Kansas open.
Find Zeke Mayo in transition.
And Iowa State under TJ Otzelberger has been a tremendous defensive program. Shovel pass, Gilbert to Lipsey for the lay-in. That might be the first touch for Hunter Dickinson. And we're almost 4 minutes in, and it's another Kansas turnover. Jackson to the glass and in. And Hunter Jackson didn't have time to really get his hands up and to make a play on it. Harris into the paint, off to Dickinson, who lays it in.
Well, that's the kind of drive.
Berger done so well to bring this program to these heights.
Well, he's established a culture of high standards. And everybody, I don't like the term buy-in because you can't buy this. Points come off made free throws. And they've shot, coming into this game, 190 free throws. And Iowa State shot over 300, same amount of games.
Jefferson couldn't finish it, but he is fouled and will head to the line.
Joshua Jefferson is a difference maker.
Newcomer of the week. As he misses the first. Not all the students are back. Class is not back in session until Tuesday. Really good thing going here.
He is a leader.
Yeah.
And what a tremendous demeanor he has. Rarely says a word to an official because he doesn't want his team to be thinking about anything other than playing. And if he's taking his focus off his team, what message is he sending? It's really a great message, I think, for all coaches.
Well, temperatures were in the teens today, and as Jay and I came in all bundled up for shoot-around this morning, we bumped into TJ on the way down the ramp into the loading dock here at Hilton Coliseum, and he's in shorts.
Yeah, we immediately said, all right, you win, you're tougher than us.
Which was not in doubt before we saw him today.
Well, man, speak for yourself.
Backdoor cut, Mayo, and that's something Kansas thinks that Kansas on the weekend. The Bearcats are...
Curtis Jones just sees the way he's being guarded out of bounds, just runs right behind Branton Chatfield, who set a
Seattle starting his first game tonight. Getting over 20 minutes per game each of the last two. Jones rises up again and hits a deep one.
Kansas did not want to let Curtis Jones get started.
Mayo tries to quiet him down with a 2 at the other end.
Curtis Jones normally 12 without question.
Into Deshaun Jackson. And fouled by Hunter Dickinson.
Dickinson just tried to reach for the ball instead of just being...
3 years with Washington State before that. He is and when he is on, he can be a big physical force. The combination of Jack 2 years ago. Look at the move by Gilbert, but has it blocked by Adams.
Boy, challenging one of the great athletes in college basketball, in KJ Adams.
the other end, Adams can't finish it, gets it back, puts it up again, has it blocked, puts it up again, and draws the foul. And at times it's averaging almost 8 rebounds per game. And Jay, more than half of his rebounds in those 3.
And over the last 3, he has really lived up to exactly what you think he should be.
Free throws bring KU back within a point, but not for long. Jefferson with a beautiful find to Jackson.
That's the playmaking ability of Joshua Jefferson that you expect to see, and much more decisive than we saw from him in the first 5 minutes of the game.
Averages almost 3 assists per game. A nice drive and a finish at the other end by Rylan Griffin, the 6'6" junior who transferred in from Alabama.
Boy, the ball is moving for Kansas. This is a tough team to make passes against. Great pass.
Again, it's Jefferson to Jackson. His arms that Dickinson kind of did get an armbar on him. Jones knocks down.
They fix it. And this is a really difficult team to score upon. They can really speed you up.
TJ Otzelberger talks about what he's looking for in players, whether he's recruiting them or going into the transfer portal. As Harris is fouled, hard and work hard to get the best out of themselves.
And clearly the Cyclones do that, but ends of the floor.
Tonight so far it's been Jones with 12. Keyshawn Gilbert hasn't scored yet. He averages 16 a game. This is him with the ball right now. He's liable to get going at any moment.
Yeah, he will not be scoreless for very long.
Jones drawing a lot of attention, and justifiably so. He can make every kind of shot you can think of. Adams spins to the baseline, lofts a pass to the far corner, and the step-in jumper will go for Storr, the transfer from Wisconsin. Off the ball at the moment. Storr to Adams, still lots of time. Adams from the elbow with the jumper that goes.
Joshua Jefferson not quite daring him to take that shot. But what they don't want to do is give KJ Adams an angle to get to the rim. That's where he's ultra dangerous. A little double drag up top. Great pass.
Jackson over Badunga, draws the foul.
Lucky got away with a little bit of a shuffle.
Saturday at noon Eastern on
Alabama coming in off a loss to Ole Miss. Not shocking that any.
Zeke Mayo, probably the best shooter on the Kansas roster, misses a 3.
I don't think there's a probably about that. He's the best shooter.
Transferred in from South Dakota State. Keyshawn Gilbert is on the board. Mayo, the kick. Harris. Mayo in the corner, misses the 3. Tipped out by Adams. And Harris knocks down a 3.
Iowa State did everything on that possession. Taft.
Jackson back to Jones. Lofts it up. Jackson goes and gets it and lays it in. And with no Dickinson and no Badunga, Deshaun Jackson is by far the biggest guy.
Lasts so much.
Has really given them a spark. That's the second on KJ back out. Mayo can't get the shot off.
Boy, what a job by Jefferson to run him off the line.
Chasing him again. Extra pass finds Harris. He can't get a shot off. Mayo will and hits it.
Boy, that
It's South Dakota State played in the NCAA tournament against Iowa State in the first round. They lost the game, the Jackrabbits did, but he scored 19 points in that game. Rylan Griffin with a 3, and Mayo and Griffin have brought the Jayhawks back within 2.
Curtis Jones got picked off by a screen, and that left plenty of room for Rylan Griffin.
Floater by Gilbert. It will go. Gilbert splits a pair, shovel pass to Jefferson, who had it blocked. Cyclones still have it. Jones again. 17 on the night for Curtis.
This is what he's good at, back downs.
Drop.
What a steal.
Harris came in there and got it. Ball still loose. Jefferson got it back. Jones again. 20 in the first half for Curtis Jones. Dickinson left it short, got it back. And the first half comes to a close with Curtis Jones making just his second start of the season.
I don't want to get too simplistic, but you turn it over, you don't get a shot, you don't get a chance at an offensive rebound, and you don't get a chance to get fouled. Three really good things for your offense.
Joshua Jefferson lays it up and in. Nice job by Chatfield to screen off a couple of Jayhawks.
Yeah, drop coverage because they're not worried about DeJuan Harris shooting the ball from the perimeter.
Shot clock running down. Dickinson puts it up and hits.
Well, he's got a beautiful touch with that left hand. And a terrific pass from DeJuan Harris.
Clock, they turn it over. Mayo ahead to Harris. Adams runs it down. Everybody having trouble hanging on to the basketball tonight. Zeke Mayo with a long three. A big bucket for the Jayhawks.
When you're that close to the basket.
Jefferson sits, and Demarion Watson, a 6'7" junior from Maple Grove, Minnesota, back into the game. Some good minutes in the first half for a guy getting into the rotation because of the injury to Momcilovic, as Bedunga lays it into the other end for Kansas, and they've cut a 10-point halftime deficit down to 5.
Anything Kansas runs out of the middle of the floor, that middle third.
KJ Adams is hurt. KJ Adams is down. There was a big collision. A lot of pain right now here at Ames after that collision.
To get the steal.
Jackson going at Dickinson. And Dickinson wins the battle. Mayo has the ball, and here comes Kansas again. Crossover by Moore, floats it up and in, and it's a three-point game.
Boy, Kansas had the pressure of Iowa State really forced Kansas out. They couldn't run anything.
Jefferson right into the chest of Bedunga to finish.
And that's the way you take away a shot blocker. Go right into his chest, knock him back.
Back to 5. Dickinson, great pass. Bedunga very fortunate to get that basket. Again, it's a Coit. Bedunga had it, but surrounded by Cyclones, and Chatfield took it away.
Well, you make Bedunga dribble it. Iowa State's just going to take it right away from him.
Gilbert finds Lipsey, who lays it in. Gilbert keeps the dribble alive and draws a foul.
He just took on Hunter Dickinson, coming off that little screen action, going from
that shoulder area, but here it comes. Continue to plague both teams. Kansas 16, Iowa State 13.
The turnovers have been different, though, in my view. I think Iowa State's turnovers, they've been trying to do a little bit too much and throwing the ball away at different times.
Got to get it in, and he does to Jefferson. Lipsey hits it.
He makes timely plays and timely buckets. He's like the Chris Paul of Iowa State. Grew up in this area.
Ooh, Gilbert just got wiped out on a screen by Dickinson. Dickinson with a bucket as well. Gilbert's okay, and it's a 6-point game. Jones from the baseline, tough shot. And Moore's got it for Kansas, and they got numbers. Harris is fouled by Lipsey. This season, they are leading now, but Kansas has made a game of it.
Jones a shot. Get him started.
Moore knocked it away. Chatfield got it back. Got an elbow up in the jaw of Moore. Jefferson lays it in.
Yeah, with the turnovers, it's not enough, and not getting to the free throw line.
Lipsey the kick. And a foul as Chatfield went to the rim to take us to the under 8 time. Chatfield at the line. Remember Jack Salt at Virginia
a
few years ago? Does he remind you a little? No call, missed the shot. Iowa State basketball. Lipsey a little bit slow getting up.
Yeah, he took a shot from Mayo as he was trying to get away from him.
Seems fine, flies into the key, finds Jackson, and KJ Adams, meanwhile, heading back to the locker room, or at least, now looks like in the direction. And it's out to a 12-point lead now for Iowa State. This is their largest lead of the night. Harris will draw the foul.
It's so difficult, Dan, to run.
1 of 2 for Harris, who's an 86% free throw shooter coming into the game. Jay is 1 for 6 from the line tonight. Storr into Mayo, who lays it in with a left hand. Because boy, how did that not go down for Deshaun Jackson?
Boy, this is a big possession for Kansas. You knock down a shot here, you put a little more game pressure on Iowa State going down the stretch.
Griffin and Storr have returned for the Jayhawks. Griffin with a bucket. 17 points in each of their last 2 games, both wins. Baseline floater won't go, and back comes Harris. Kansas can get even closer. Bedunga lays it in and is fouled by Chatfield as well.
Boy, it's been a while since Iowa State had the shot they wanted in a possession.
Jones, no. Watson fouled.
His activity level has been.
It is at 3 on ESPN. 1 of 2 for.
Can't be what Bill Self wanted. Not that it's not a shot A.J. Storr can't hit, but they really didn't make Iowa State guard.
Jefferson, crossover, up no good, but a foul on Bedunga.
Boy, a nice little Euro step there by Jefferson.
So Bedunga out. Dickinson, who's got
After the timeout.
and a couple of misses by Jefferson. Jackson working hard, comes up with it.
Boy, that is crushing for Kansas.
Even more so now. Lipsey buries a 3.
They don't get it, and they wind up giving up a 3.
Storr. And a block is the call. Kansas wants the bucket as well, but I don't think they're getting that. I think it's going to be called on the floor.
Well, Gilbert was not in legal guarding.
The guy that he was at Wisconsin last year, now that he's a Jayhawk, but when he gets.
Hasn't quite made the adjustment to where he's completely comfortable.
Wow, Jones hit the floor hard. Appears to be all right. Gilbert finds Jackson, bothered by Storr, and now a foul.
Boy, Storr did everything you want to do. He was right there.
Good free throw shooter as well. 6 for 7 tonight. As he hits,
You bring it down, he'll take it from you.
1 of 2. Rebound Griffin. Storr into the chest of Jackson. That's not going to work. Finds Harris, who floats it up and in.
Boy, really good cut by DeJuan Harris. It looked like Storr was just going to take it one-on-one.
Diggy Coit getting some minutes late here for Kansas. Zeke Mayo continues to be on the bench. Jackson gets inside but missed it. Runs it down and got bumped by Storr, who will get called for the foul.
From some of the passes in the first half by Joshua Jefferson.
Mayo. And a pair for Jackson to make it a 9-point game. Patney on the back all the time. Go to work. Keep playing as a team, playing hard, doing what you're supposed to do, and the results will come. Jefferson from Lipsey.
Fantastic seal of the defender by Jefferson.
Shaquille Moore back into the game for Kansas. Another turnover. It is slipping away from the Jayhawks. Chatfield with the hammer. defensive wall up there by Joshua Jefferson. And Iowa State has the ball, and now a foul by Mayo.
Well, that was a big time
game with Bill Self speaks, but a shoulder injury. One on the season, and again their only loss in Maui in November by 2 to Auburn. That's how good this team is.
This is one tough group.
Jones. Wow. Big 12 player of the week has 25 here tonight. Storr will lay it up and in. Kansas will drop to 12-4 on the season. And their next game will be against Kansas State on Saturday back in Lawrence. Better than 14,000 here at Hilton tonight, and they have enjoyed it from start to finish.
This is a fun team to watch.
Gilbert finds Jefferson, who's fouled.
County.
Virginia again. The Mountaineers have had a good season, some big wins. That game on ESPN Plus. Final seconds. And that will not count. The final is 74-57. Iowa State beats Kansas again, and for TJ Otzelberger, his 12th win against a top 10 opponent, that will tie Johnny Orr for the program record here in a